I'm like, so this is what we're gonna find out on tonight's reunion. I want you to breathe. I want you to breathe. I want you to breathe.
So yes, we love the Brett and Tiffany. And I didn't realize that they both came from families with very long marriages, which I always think is a good sign.
Mm-hmm.
Really, really, really good sign.
I will say that father didn't look like he wanted to give up his daughter to Brett. He was cool with him, but he won't. It didn't seem like he was cool with the idea.
And I think that's what it was. And that's, I mean, that's realistic to be like, I don't know about this. And especially for people who really believe in marriage and ain't been divorced, like this is a one shot, like a one-time deal, So I couldn't understand the pause in that situation. Um, who else is left? Bliss and Zach. I don't know.
They're not gonna be together.
I thought Bliss was gonna say no. I thought she was gonna say no.
I just feel like when we watched the reunion, I don't know if I'm gonna watch it tonight, but when we watched the reunion, they ain't gonna be together, girl.
I don't know. I thought Bliss was gonna say no. Honest to God, I did.
I don't know why Bliss is giving slight pick-me energy.
Got it.
Not like full on pick-me, but like I don't know. You know what? Maybe I won't give her that. Maybe she's not really giving pick-me energy, but it's
she's giving she wants to be married.
It's an energy.
Yeah. So I don't know. I just thought she was gonna say no. When she said yes, I was shocked. What else do we have? Who else is there? That's it, right? We talked about everybody.
So the yeses were Brett and Tiffany, Zach and Bliss, and Micah and Kwame, which is still crazy to me. So yeah, that's it.
Not Micah and Kwame. Not Micah and
Jesus.
Kwame. Kwame and the other child.
That's who should have been together, Micah and Kwame, but Kwame and Chelsea. Lord bless it.
Yeah, Kwame and Chelsea. And then Micah and her guy said no.
So speaking of these folks, I did appreciate that Marshall came in support of Tiffany and Brett, and that he was also honest about like his feelings, like him feeling a little bit sad because this could have been, he was sad for what could have been, but he was there in support of them. And like, that was beautiful. I think that I think that they developed like a big brother, little brother like relationship, because they're definitely like 10 years apart, but like,
it was just so sweet and just so sweet to see them openly, affectionate with each other and saying, I love you, and like all of the things, and it wasn't it Marshall that kind of, as much as you can set someone up, that kind of told Brett, like, hey, I met this girl. She's perfect for you. You should go talk to her next. So Marshall was kind of the one that set the things in motion with Brett and Tiffany too. So it was just so sweet. The whole thing had me I was just gushing the entire time for whatever 20 minutes or whatever they were on. I just love them so much.
So speaking of Brother Marshall, somehow or another, I stumbled into Love is Blind TikTok last night.
Oh, boy.
Girl, when I tell you Jacquelina is out here trying to defend herself at no end all over social media. And it's like everybody, the other commentary that had popped in, I want to say like Micah's cousin had also came on, and she was like, yo, I had to sign an NDA. So like, how is it that this girl is running all around everywhere telling this story? And like, I'm not even a part of the show, and I had to sign an NDA because I was on, there for the wedding as Micah's cousin. There's a group chat of like text messages between Jacqueline and her girls, where she's trying to allege that she thinks that Marshall is gay. There is like another thing where she's like tweeting and deleting, or Instagram posting and deleting like stories or whatever, like trying to defend herself and talking about how she got all these receipts and all this stuff. And it's like, girl, like, understandably, this is reality television and none of this shit is real because it is edited to make people look sometimes a certain way. You know what I mean? in the sense that like if this is what you gave them, then this is what they're gonna create out of the story. And so like, girl, just own your
Like
villain
it was
and
there. They
keep
didn't
it
create it
moving.
out of whole cloth.
Right. That's what I'm
You
saying.
said
Like
this
this is
stuff.
what
It
you
was
gave them.
there.
Like you
I'm
was
not saying that that's
speaking
all you gave them, but you did give them some of this. I mean, you gave them all of
majority
this.
of this.
Did they craft it into their own narrative? Sure. Interesting. Bravo docket. I always find a way to the Bravo docket. They were talking about one of the NDAs. I forget which episode it was. I think it was the one to do with the Gorgas and their all of their various lawsuits. Anyways, they had a copy of an NDA, and on reality TV, they basically make you sign away that we can lie about you and we can make you look terrible. So it's in your terms. Read your T's and C's.
And shout out
Read your
to
terms and
Holden
conditions.
Court.
Shout out to Holden Court.
Ebony
Please read
K
your terms and
invested.
conditions, because you're over here and you're making yourself look bad, because we all know, yes, we know, and we're gonna talk shit about it. We're gonna talk shit about you, but at the end of the day, most people in the viewing audience know, like, okay, some of this is crafted, some of this is editing. It was all in there, but there was probably some stuff that they left out that was redeeming. But you know, it is what it is.
or
We watched
or
it,
the
we talked shit, we
timelines
move on.
were played with a little bit. Like that was
Right,
her thing.
exactly.
She was like, well, where she said that when she was on the date with Josh, that her and Marshall had already broken up. So the scene that we see where she's telling Marshall that like this isn't gonna work, that allegedly happened before she went to that coffee date. And so she's saying that it was flipped around to make her look worse. And it's just kind of like, I mean, but this is what you gave them.
Yeah, to make it, and they did, to make it seem, I was pretty sure that didn't happen at the same time. So they basically made it seem like this was all happening while he's trying on his tux, thinking that they're still together. So, but at the end of the day, she still didn't try on a dress. So she knew, and he still did try on a tux, allegedly at presumably around the same time. So like, you didn't tell him in enough time for him not to go show up to that store.
And my thing is, even if the conversation between she and Marshall happened beforehand, so then what you're telling us is that you was on that date with Josh while he was trying on the tux. That still don't make it no better.
It doesn't. It absolutely does not.
That's the same situation. It's just you was already broken up.
I just feel like when the girls get into hot water like this on reality TV, you just gotta ride the villain wave and you just gotta move on.
Because otherwise,
all of this going back and forth. Yeah, like all this going back and forth and like, oh, it was the editing. Girl, please.
Was it?
Nobody wants to hear that.
Were you really just shooting this season? Because that's what it's sounding like.
And also, like, again, like we already said, you gave them the material, so don't blame it on the edit. That's not great. And if you just shut up until the reunion, like nobody will even care in 5 minutes. Now you're just prolonging how much people are going to drag you.
You putting out more and more and more information. And meanwhile, Marshall is over on TikTok, like doing like dance memes and like crazy, you know, like not crazy, but like silly little stuff that's quirky and cute. And so everybody is still rooting for this nigga while you over here looking crazy. They dragging you through the mud.
Yeah.
So anyhow,
always better to look unbothered. I always say that.
I'm saying she could have been off living her life and kept pushing. Oh, one of the other alleged rumors was that, or not, I don't know if it was alleged, but she had like, again, with the Instagram and delete, she said, or tweet and delete, she responded to someone in the comments who said something to her about Josh, and she was like, duh, I married him, dummy. I'm like, so this is what we're gonna find out on tonight's reunion?
Very interesting.
There's been a whole lot of stuff coming out. I don't know. But my thing is, the only thing I could think of, the only reason why she's getting away with telling all this stuff and it not being like an NDA breach is because this amps up people wanting to watch the reunion.
Well, also because she was on the show. So she's allowed to talk about her own experience. Like, I don't feel like you can take that away from her. To be at the weddings, I imagine there had to be an NDA because you can't share it before the finale. Like, that takes away all of the joy of it.
Yeah, but they signed an NDA for the whole show itself. All the contestants signed an NDA. None of the rest of them are saying anything.
I'm just saying as far as like, I'm not sure what was in the NDA. I imagine obviously because it was recorded so far in advance, a lot of the NDA had to do with timing. But I imagine that you're allowed. I mean, there are certain things that you aren't allowed to say, but I imagine like you once your episodes air and like everything is out there, you're allowed to say what your experience was.
Well, we gonna find out on this reunion.
So
that's all I got for Love Is Blind. What you wanna chat through next?
We can move on to Ultimate Girls Trip.
Child. When bad weather, as you affectionately call him, toward the end of this last episode was like crying and hugging in the rain, and then they went and jumped in the pool and ruined like $6,000 plus of microphone equipment. I'm like, y'all should have known. You should have been unstrapped them women.
They love to jump in a pool. The white women's on Real Housewives love to jump in a pool because they'll do it in a minute on Housewives of OC as well.
Like fully clothed, mics and everything on, and then poor Pepsi had to run out there trying to get there. What'd you say?
I think Tamara and Vicky did that before, where they jumped in with all their mics and stuff on.
Like, I'm sure they did. By now, you would think they would get these hoes waterproof microphones.
Yeah. And then Tamara broke her foot. I think she broke her foot that same time. She's like, you fool. I'm so happy Tamara's coming back on Housewives. I can't even tell you. I love me some Tamara. Old crazy ass. I love her.
I have not watched TV in years, so I don't even know who's on that cast.
It ain't a whole bunch of nobody. That's why they need Tamara back. I thought Heather was gonna bring, but she turned out to be kind of villainy. And I usually like a Heather Dubrow, but anyway, Tamara's coming back. I'm excited. Anyways, I'm off topic. Housewives of Ultimate Girls Trip. What else happened? I'm not caught up on the very last episode.
It wasn't really a whole lot of. It was just funny. The main thing that had me like open mouth cackling was the dinner that Marisol threw in honor of like Mama Elsa. So they had to come in there all white, and then they were making cocktails. And like one of them was real strong, and they was all like,
right? I have got to find me some Marisol Patton or whatever her last name is now. I have got to find her wandering around Miami.
On this episode, she kind of alluded to that she used to be like an event planner. So I'm assuming that maybe she no longer has her PR company. Because remember, for a long time, she had that. I want to say her office was like on Lincoln Road or something like that, or in that area.
I think it was in Design District. But anyways, I've got to find Marisol. I just want, like, I never wanted to hang out with a housewife as badly as I want to hang out with Marisol. I love me some Marisol.
Her and the Indian aunties from the other Bravo
show. Baby, the way I want to hang out with the aunties on Family Karma. Oh my, if anybody is watching this, I live in South Florida. I will come where y'all are. Okay. Have me some little vegetarian meals. I love a samosa. Hello. I love Indian
good,
food,
authentic period. Indian food. Yes. That's the one thing I miss about when I worked in the salon with the Indian women. So much fun. Such good people.
I ate a lot of Rajas when I lived downtown. I found an Indian restaurant near my house. And I love Indian food. Invite me over, aunties from Family Karma, okay? Please. When I tell you, I just want to sit there and cackle while they roast each other. I love those ladies.
And it is no, like, they be going for the jugular. So I'll be glad when the show comes back. They just need to have like a show for the aunties. I feel like it would be like the Real Housewives of the Family Karma.
Listen, because honestly, the children on Family Karma, not interesting. No. Not interesting in the slightest. I am there for Dharma Auntie, Brian's mom. Oh my, I live for her. I'm there for the aunties.
She be cussing people out. Dharma might be a little bit of black in that sister, okay?
Clean out, okay?
She don't give up.
Clean out. I love it. So, anyways, anybody watching, they can Find me Marisol or the aunties. I'm here. I'll meet you. Short notice. I'll meet you down the street.
So crazy. But yeah, so okay, back to Marisol's function. So there is, of course, everybody is kumbayaing. We're all having a great time. It's no drama. Everybody's eating and lovely and sitting down. And of course, who starts the bullshit? Giselle. And she like immediately asked Leah like what the beef is and so on and so forth as it relates to her and Portia. And so then Leah says what she feels, that like Portia doesn't like her and like that Portia has a thing with her and all this whatever. I don't really remember all of what she was saying. The thing that stands out for me of this scene was Portia was just kind of like, poor Leah, bye Leah. Bye Leah, bye. Like, yeah. And I was just like, and she has to.
And we talked about this.
When you get to this scene, you're gonna be cracking it.
It's just like the kids' table versus the adults' table, and Candace is over there throwing tantrums, and Leah is whining, and Whitney is Whitney. Good Lord.
I'm just say it wasn't a whole lot of going on, but like this whole season from start to finish, well, I don't even know if we're at the last episode yet. It's just funny as hell. Like,
yeah,
we need
I will say this
back on our television. Period. Portia is funny.
For sure, as hell. I will say this though, typically, especially for Housewives of Potomac, I am very much team Giselle in that she keeps the mess going and I enjoy that about her. And she's funny, but she been getting on my nerves a little bit on Ultimate Girls Trip because I'm like, girl, this is not it's not giving all of that. It doesn't need all of that. Like the thing with the tequila bottle. It's just like, girl, what? Why?
She's still mad about
Why
that.
so much? Like, why are you searching people's rooms? And didn't production find the tequila bottle and like show it?
Oh, I didn't see that part. It's come up to the episode
was like
I was watching. Beginning. They still didn't find it.
No, it was in the beginning of like the search for the tequila bottle. They were like Giselle's tequila bottle and it was like circled. So it looked like it was above the bar. Like probably somebody just took it and put it on the bar. That's what I would think.
Girl, I don't know. I just was like, girl, it is not that damn serious, okay?
Like, you're trying to search people's rooms. It's foolish.
I'm like, I understand it's hard to find certain types of tequilas. You can't get things everywhere, but like, my God. I'm like, at this point,
it's like you're there for a week. Relax. Drink something else.
Girl, go get you an edible. Go down to the weed shop like Heather and Candy Ache did.
Do something else. This is too much. I'm sure they have plenty of lovely liquor, all types of lovely champagnes and wines and liquors all throughout that house. Bravo didn't spring for that house to give y'all bottom shelf liquor.
True, but she did say that she's not like a wine or something else drinker. I think she said that she might do champagne, but she didn't do any of the others. So she just was like, I just want which I mean, I get like if you're trying to keep your girlish figure and whatnot, drinking a whole bunch of wine is not good for you because it's a whole lot of sugar. So a lot of the girls will do like tequila on the rocks with like some lime juice because it's better to have it that way than to have a glass of wine. So,
or with like club soda or whatever. Like, I get it, but it was a week. It's not like you were there for a month. You were there for a week. Get over it and let's move.
You had to have a big thing. So, I mean, I'll be interested to
have a moment.
What the moment is going to be when they come back to the DMV and they start filming, because they're going to start filming soon. So I feel like they're going to have, or they're already filming, I would assume.
I was annoyed. Anyways. That's all
I got for our RHUGT. Do we cover all of our shows? We wanted to do the extend this week since we're going to be back next week for the live.
Jen Shaw got a sentence reduction and something to do with her restitution. I do forget what that was.
But she's still in for 6 years? Because wasn't
she got a year shaved off her sentence.
So was 7 down to 6?
No, this was recent, like within the last couple of weeks, 6 to 5.
Oh, either way, that's still a long ass time to be in prison, child.
It is, especially when her kids are reaching milestones. Like her eldest son is probably going to be done with medical school by the time she's finished. Her younger son will probably have been done his whole college career without her.
Damn.
Because I think he's like a senior in high school, junior, senior in high school.
I wonder if Salt Lake City is still going to be in existence when she come out.
I don't think so, because it's not good.
It ain't.
I'm watching it now and it's not good. There's nobody to bring chaos. I know they said Mary's back for the next season. So,
yeah. But one thing is they need another, like if Mary coming in, I hope they bring in another person of color. Or well, another Black person, not just a person of color, because they had the Asian ladies come in, and it was just kind of like attack the Black lady, and it was like, wait a minute, like this is not.
No, there was another Asian lady this season that was Lisa's friend. I'm watching it now. Sometimes when I can't get around to certain things, I'll just leave them on my DVR and use them while I'm like getting ready, or if in the evening when I'm winding down, I need some background noise, I'll turn it on. So I'm watching what do you call it, Salt Lake City now. But so there is another Asian lady up there who seems like she has some sense, not the other one.
Well, that girl got fired because she was racist.
Yeah, she did. But Mary's back. I'm excited to see Mary, but she needs a foil. We talked. I think Carlos King was talking about that on his podcast. The girlies need a foil. Like they need a good person to play off of. So Mary always had Jen to play off of, and without Jen, I'm not sure who's gonna be able to like match wits with her.
Well, she don't like Whitney either. Remember?
Yeah, but Whitney can't. Whitney is no match for Mary.
She be ignoring her. I feel like Mary looks at Whitney as though she's the child because she's always calling her little girl.
And she always acts like a fucking child. That's why.
Ooh, child. Well, this is it for the extended. We don't really have too much else to chat through. Y'all drop down in the comments and let us know what your thoughts were and or are on all the shows that we kind of talked about. And we'll see you next week for the live. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And bye.
Bye.